A new day begins with tending the garden at the right time. Watering plants on time helps them absorb water better. Knowing when to wait is part of a responsibility. The right timing leads to the best results. Sharing tasks helps everyone learn how to care for the plants. Watering just enough helps the soil retain moisture without waste.
Wow!
Paying attention to small details makes the work more precise. Plants respond quickly when properly cared for.
Whoa! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Seeing the results makes people love what they do even more. Taking care of plants on time nurtures both the garden and good habits. A gentle morning begins with a small plan. A short picnic, no need for elaborate preparation. When the green space opens up, joy appears with it. But nature always holds surprises. Luckily, there are always people willing to help. When working together, everything becomes easy. Joy appears with it. Small joys will stay with you for a long time. Still leave beautiful memories. Just being together. When you know how to cherish short encounters. Bluey and Bingo just finished planting a little tree. But the weather started to change. A sudden gust of wind blew the little tree over. We all had to act quickly. Bluey cleverly came up with a way to save the tree. Everyone had a task. The little tree was saved. Taking care of a tree is like taking care of each other. A beautiful weekend day. The family decided to exercise together. Warming up is an important step, even though everyone has their own way. The first game. Start simply. Not everyone. When playing with family, no one is left behind. The joy of sports helps the body feel more relaxed. When the family exercises together, every day becomes healthier and happier. A beautiful weekend day! A little tired. A familiar morning when the wardrobe is overflowing.
Huh? Yippee! Huh?
Clothes can also become a game.
Whoa!
A little confusion adds to the fun. But to be tidy requires organization. When you know how to categorize, everything becomes easier to find.
Huh?
Every small task requires patience. When you cooperate, even difficult tasks become easy. Tidy brings a pleasant feeling. A well-organized wardrobe helps each day start better. Wow! When you know how to maintain it, your home is always the most pleasant place. A quiet morning. No need to rush. Things don't always need to be done quickly. And then, a special friend visits. Slowness has its own charm. When we slow down, we learn more. A gentle morning when everyone feels relaxed. No need for perfection. Just enjoy the moment. When there's no rush, joy comes naturally. Everyone has their own rhythm of life.
Bye-bye.
Sometimes, slowing down is the best way to enjoy life. On a cool afternoon, water can also bring joy. Water balloons look so special. No need to throw, just observe. Even a small movement creates excitement. Surprises come so gently. Playing safely is also important. Joy doesn't need to be loud. A little game for a cool afternoon. One special morning, the family decided to try something new. Today is device-free day. No screens. Everything suddenly became quiet. At first, it seemed a little boring, but then a small idea appeared. When there are no devices, imagination begins to speak. It doesn't need to be right, just fun. Simple moments become memorable. When there are no distractions, we are closer. Sometimes, disconnecting from screens helps us connect with each other. One peaceful afternoon, Bluey discovered an interesting empty space. Just a few chalks are enough to begin. Every stroke carries imagination. No need to draw beautifully, just draw together. The picture on the ground gradually emerges. The result isn't on paper, but right before our eyes. Each person leaves their own mark. Joy sometimes begins in an empty space. As the afternoon draws to a close, the sky begins to change.
Whoa! Woohoo!
Each cloud seems to be telling a story. The sunset slows everything down.
Bye-bye.
The sun slowly prepares to go to sleep. The last light of the day is so gentle.
Whoa! Bye!
Another day is coming to an end. Silent moments are always memorable. Today ends on a warm note. One leisurely afternoon, Chili decided to organize a special activity. But for Bluey, playing sports always has to be different. A mini racetrack created right inside the house. The rules are simple, but the outcome is unpredictable. Winning isn't always guaranteed. But patience always brings joy. Sports don't need to be complicated. Just play together. A day of light exercise, but full of laughter.
Hey! Aha!
Oh. Aha! Yeah!
Whoa!
Huh?
Today, the whole family planted a new tree. Everything looks fine.
Yay!
Oh!
Bandit feels something isn't quite right. The tree's name doesn't match its shape.
Oh!
It turns out the sign was stuck upside down. Just a little adjustment was all it took. The garden looks neat again. Sometimes you just need to look a little closer. That old wall has been there for a long time. It's time to refresh the house.
Aha!
Starts aren't always perfect. Just slow down a little. The difference starts to show. Just one color of paint is enough to change the whole room. The house suddenly feels fresher. Great joy comes from small changes.
Yeah!
An ordinary morning in the garden. But it seems something is being hidden.
Huh?
The treasure hunt begins right in the garden. The more you dig, the faster your heart beats. The treasure is very close. Finally, the treasure has appeared. Treasure isn't always glittering.
Aha!
The real treasure is the joy of finding it together. Bluey and Bingo were preparing for a treasure hunt. But the weather had other plans. The treasure map started changing. The whole family decided to follow the new map. But the treasure didn't appear. Maybe they misunderstood.
Hey! Hey!
Huh?
The treasure was right where they started. Sometimes the treasure doesn't go anywhere. It's just that the map got wet. A leisurely afternoon begins with simple sheets of paper.
Oh. Ha!
Whoa!
Not every airplane flies beautifully from the start.
Aha!
Everyone has their own way of being creative. A small race is about to begin. When you spread your wings together, the results are always full of surprises.
Huh? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Losing one round doesn't mean giving up. When you know how to adjust, things will improve. A race isn't just about winning.
Oh. Mmm.
When playing with family, the fun is more important than the result. Every time you try, you learn something new. After days of waiting, it's time to check the garden. Something's sprouting from the ground. Harvesting requires careful handling.
Let's go.
Things aren't always easy. The whole family works together to find a way.
Let's go.
And then, success! The first harvest doesn't have to be huge. The greatest joy is accomplishing something with your own hands. A seemingly ordinary beach outing.
Wow!
But Bluey and Bingo discovered a mystery.
Whoa!
A treasure map appeared right before their eyes. The search began. But the beach wasn't still. The treasure seemed to be playing a trick on the whole family.
Whoa!
The treasure was cleverly hidden. The best treasure of all is the joy of family. As night falls, the sky begins to reveal its secrets. A comfortable seat makes observation easier. Little stars begin to appear. There are stars that always stay close together.
Oh.
Ooh. Imagination transforms the sky into a story. Sometimes the sky sends a small gift. Silence helps us see more. A gentle night comes to a close. A familiar courtyard suddenly becomes a bustling marketplace. A mini market begins from imagination. And then the first customer appears. When you're too excited, things can get chaotic. When you know how to wait and share, every game becomes wonderful. When everyone does their part, the market becomes orderly. A small market, but full of laughter.
Huh?
When you know how to cooperate, everyone is happy. Sharing is what makes the market more meaningful. When you know how to wait and share, every game becomes wonderful. One peaceful afternoon, the yard suddenly becomes an imaginary world. From simple drawings, an adventure begins. The path grows longer and longer, and the rules of the game gradually take shape. When adults appear, the challenge becomes more interesting. The rules are simple, but not easy at all. The joy comes from the near falls. When the whole family joins in, the path has no end. The game ends, but the traces remain. A gentle breeze blows through. The game concludes. One gentle morning, Bluey made a new friend. Caring for plants requires gentleness and patience. Not too much and not too little. Plants also need sunlight to grow.
Huh?
Small things help plants grow healthier. When we care for them, we learn to show concern. Plants don't grow instantly, but day by day. Caring for a seedling is also caring for joy. Bluey and Bingo found the treasure. Just turn away for a moment. The treasure moved. The treasure seemed to be teasing them. Every time they didn't look, the treasure moved. They decided to observe carefully. The treasure finally stayed still. A gentle morning begins with colorful sheets of paper. Small letters filled with so much love. A simple idea transforms the room into a post office. Huh? And then, the first postman appears. When you receive a letter, joy spreads throughout the house. Knowing how to organize makes things run more smoothly. Every step brings a small joy. When you receive a letter, joy spreads throughout the house. Huh? Giving also brings happiness. Small letters can carry immense affection. These familiar toys have been here for a long time. It's time to take care of them. Every toy needs gentle treatment. Chili teaches how to fix the little things. Repairing is also a way of showing love. Old toys look like new. The memories are still there. They just need to be cared for. Old toys bring new joy. A long rainy day when outdoor plans have to be put on hold. But rain doesn't mean the fun is over. When the scenery changes, emotions change too. A little clumsiness makes a rainy day more enjoyable. When we're together, everywhere feels warm. A rainy day is a chance to slow down. When imagination speaks, rain becomes music. No need to go far, just be together. A rainy day can also become the most memorable day.
Aha!
Bluey begins her treasure hunt in the garden. An X on the map points to a very familiar corner. Bluey digs down excitedly. Something is lying beneath the soil. The first treasure is revealed. Bluey recognizes it as an old toy. Bluey decides to dig a little further. Another old toy appears. Bingo is also curious about this unexpected treasure. This time, it seems to be a real box. The treasure turns out to be old toys that have been buried and forgotten. Old things can also bring new joy. The garden looks a little dark today. The trees have grown so much. It's time to give them some more care. Just prune away the excess branches. The light is gradually returning. The trees are still healthy, but the garden is brighter. Everything is balanced now. With proper care, everyone feels more comfortable. And there was a small undecorated corner in the garden. Bluey came up with the idea to decorate it. The first stones were laid down. Bluey found more decorative materials. A gravel path gradually appeared. Bingo helped choose beautiful pebbles. The garden corner began to look neater. Bluey carefully arranged each detail. A small detail made the garden corner stand out. Bluey's efforts were noticed by everyone. A small decorated corner was enough to make the garden more lovely. A relaxing afternoon, Chili took the kids shopping. For Bluey and Bingo, every trip is full of fun. Shopping is also a way to learn how to help. Not everything needs to be brought home. Everything has its own order. Helping each other with small things makes everyone happy. The trip wasn't long, but it was full of experiences. Simple things make a day meaningful. One energetic morning, the two sisters decided to go out and exercise. Sports don't need to be perfect. Just bring joy. And then a new friend joined in. When things get too exciting, things can go a little too far. Joy is only complete when everyone feels comfortable. Understanding each other better is the first step to a fun game. When everyone adjusts together, the game becomes harmonious. Sports isn't about winning or losing, but about bonding. A little tired, but very happy. When you know how to play together, every fun activity becomes meaningful. A light rain visited Bluey's family garden. After the rain, everything looks so different. Wow! It seems the tree has grown bigger.
Whoa!
Bandit noticed the small change too. The tree has really grown.
Wow!
The rain helps the tree become healthier. Small changes bring great joy. Wow! The tree grows bigger every day with the love of the whole family. A green morning begins with smart cleaning. When starting out, everyone can make mistakes. A small sign makes things clearer. When you get too excited, things can fall apart.
Oh!
Breaking down the task makes things tidier. When everyone understands what they're doing, the work becomes easier. A little surprise makes the cleaning day more fun.
Oh!
When you know how to do it right, things progress faster. A small sign makes things clearer. When we know how to sort and recycle, we are protecting the environment every day. Bluey and Bingo embark on a new treasure hunt. According to the map, the treasure is right here. But the treasure hasn't appeared yet. The whole family starts to doubt the map. Bingo discovers a very small detail. The treasure was never buried in the ground. The treasure was hidden right in front of them. Sometimes, treasure is closer than we think. A peaceful morning. A small garden full of life.
Whoa!
But something is no longer the same as yesterday. Someone seems to have visited this garden. The traces left behind tell a mysterious story. The culprit turns out to be incredibly familiar. When someone makes a mistake, it's important to recognize it. Sharing the right way makes everyone happy. When we correct mistakes together, everything starts to grow again. A beautiful garden.
Wow!
Is a garden cared for together.
Huh?
When we know how to respect, joy will sprout every day. A rainy day changes all plans. But rain also brings interesting sounds. Louie and Bingo try to imitate the rhythm of falling rain. Everything around us can become a musical instrument. When listening, everyone finds their own rhythm. No need for perfection, just together. Peaceful moments are always special. Even a rainy day has its own joy. After trimming the trees, a corner of the garden brightened up. This is the perfect place for a change. It doesn't work just anywhere. A little trial and error is necessary.
Hey! Hey!
Just turn it in the right direction. The garden corner began to come alive. Even a small corner can bring great joy. The house became warmer from simple changes. A peaceful afternoon begins with a familiar game. Small puzzle pieces waiting to be placed in their correct positions. A fun competition begins.
3, 2, 1, go!
Not everyone finds the answer immediately. When faced with difficulties, help is always needed. Each person has their own pace.
Yippee! Ah! Ha!
When faced with difficulties, help is always needed.
Yeah!
The final result is always worth the effort. In family games, there's no need for winners or losers.
Huh?
When working together, every piece finds its place. A peaceful morning in Bluey's garden. But then, an unexpected discovery appeared.
Oh!
It seems like this is a treasure map.
Oh!
The little adventure began right in the familiar garden. On the way to find the treasure, the whole family continued to tend to their gardens. And then, the treasure was found. The treasure wasn't gold or silver, but the joy of family. A simple day, but a memorable one. Huh? It's time the room got tidied up. But cleaning doesn't have to be boring. Bluey turns cleaning into a little game. Every task has its own meaning.
Huh?
Working together makes everything easier. Tidying up makes the room more pleasant. The result is something to be proud of. A tidy room for a good night's sleep. A peaceful morning begins with looking back at familiar things. Sometimes, all it takes is a little color. And then, an enthusiastic friend comes to help. When you're too enthusiastic, things can get a little overdone. Knowing how to choose the right approach makes the job easier. When everyone contributes, the picture comes alive. A little mess creates memorable moments.
A few minutes later.
When the work is finished, joy is evident in every color. A small task also brings about great bonding.
Huh?
When we beautify the house together, joy is also colored. One quiet afternoon, Chili decided to make a small meal. Bluey and Bingo wanted to join in. Ha! Aha! Even small tasks require care. Everyone pitched in, and the kitchen became lively. Cooking is also a time to learn about safety. No need to be fancy, just do it with all your heart. A meal tastes better when made together. A simple meal, but full of love. After the first harvest, the whole family had a new idea. Vegetables from the little garden are ready to go into the kitchen. Preparing to cook is also a fun part. It doesn't need to be perfect, just try. Cooking always has unexpected moments. Homegrown vegetables have a very special taste. Meals taste better when they are made together. From the little garden to a happy meal. The whole family was having a fun time preparing an outdoor meal. But then the wind started blowing gently. The wind suddenly messed everything up. The whole family had to react quickly. The scarf seemed to be playing tricks on everyone.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes the simplest way is the most effective. Finally, the meal was ready. A little trouble made the meal even more memorable.
Yippee!
A small idea can create a whole new space.
Yeah.
A mini library is formed from simple things. And then a curious visitor appears. Not everyone knows how to be gentle from the start. When you know how to adjust, everything becomes more pleasant. Respect makes the space warm. Each page of a book opens up a small world. When you know how to cherish it, joy will last longer. A small corner is enough to bring peace. When we learn to appreciate books, we learn to appreciate everything around us. The tree grows bigger every day with the love of the whole family. There are little visitors who have come to the garden. Bluey is a little worried about his plants. It doesn't always need to be so forceful. Just help them find some depth in another spot. Protecting the plants is also part of caring for them. The peaceful retreat is back. Everyone has their place. Just know how to care for them properly. After many days of use, the family car also needs some maintenance. Bluey and Bingo wanted to help Bandit with this. Taking care of things is a way of showing concern. Bandit showed us how to check the important parts. Working together made everything easier. The car looks completely different now. Taking care of things is a way of showing concern.
Whoa!
A small thing, but it brings joy to the whole family.